everyone, and welcome to Simplex Cuisine. My name is Harper, if you did not know, and today I am going to teach you how to make my version of the perfect BLT. So let's begin. So of course the ingredients and the recipe and all that kind of stuff like that will be down in the description below if you want to see that. Just check it out there. And let us begin by talking about the bacon, the flagship of this whole dish. Now you can go on two. It's number one, you can of course grill up your bacon the old-fashioned way. You can use a pan and a skillet, or you can go a slightly longer way, but more, you could say, efficient way, and that is baking your bacon. Baking your bacon. Say that 5 times fast. Now I'm going to show you how to make that way, and let us begin by preheating your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now while that is preheating, let's prep our tray. Now you don't have to use tinfoil if you don't want to, but I use it this way because all that grease kind of falls off, and then your bacon is submerged in grease, which is kind of disgusting. I combat that by getting a sheet of tinfoil and then fanning it, more or less, folding it one side, then folding it other side, folding it, making a fan more or less, and then pulling it apart so you have grooves in the tinfoil, and then you can place your bacon on this fan tinfoil after it's placed onto the tray. And this is just a great way to allow the grease to naturally drip off the bacon but not submerge the bacon itself. Now when your oven is preheated all the way, place your bacon in the oven for 10 minutes. Now when the 10 minutes are over, take out your tray of bacon and then flip them over and then put it back into the oven for another 10 minutes. Now while your bacon is cooking for the second time, you can start preparing your lettuce and your tomatoes. Now I cut up my lettuce into thin strips. You can have them as one big huge leaf or a couple of huge leaves of lettuce if you want to, and then after that you can also cut up your tomatoes. Now I like seasoning my tomatoes because you have to have some seasoning in your BLT or else it kind of gets a little bit dry and bland. So I season my tomatoes with salt and pepper. Now when that is done and your bacon is also finished, of course, cooking for the second time, remove it off the tray and then put it on a paper towel and then pat off the grease as best you can. Now with all the ingredients, all 3 of them, ready to go, let us begin by making our BLT. Now you can use mayonnaise. I'm using horseradish cream sauce, but you can use mayonnaise if you want to. And you can also use other kind of condiments if you want to. Now I use some sourdough bread. If you're making this at home without, taking it on the road, I would toast the bread on one side. I sadly did not have time to do that, but I would do that because it just gives another beautiful layer of the bread. And then place down your lettuce, your tomatoes, and finally your bacon. And of course crown it with another piece of bread, and there's my version of a perfect BLT. And for me at least, this dish is one of the most easiest dishes ever to prepare. It's great for lunches if you want to have it at home or if you want to have it on the road. It's simple, but it's amazing. But with that, as the end of the video, of course if you like this video, just click that like. If you want to see more from moi, just subscribe. I hope you have a nice day. I will see you next time, and as usual, goodbye.